What's up, guys? Welcome back to Book Demystified. I'm really glad you're here because today's book, Unstoppable Confidence by Kent Sayre, dives into something we've all wrestled with at 3 in the morning when we can't sleep. That voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough, smart enough, or brave enough to go after what you really want. You know that moment when you're about to walk into a networking event or hit send on that job application or ask someone out, and suddenly your brain becomes this hostile courtroom where you're both the defendant and the prosecutor? I'm not gonna lie, just thinking about those moments makes my palms sweaty because we've all been there, standing at the edge of opportunity and talking ourselves out of taking the leap. Kent Sayre's story hits different because this guy wasn't born confident. We're talking about someone who describes himself as a painfully shy introvert who could barely make eye contact with strangers, let alone command a room full of people. But here's the thing that really grabbed my attention. He didn't just stumble into confidence, he reverse engineered it. He studied exactly what confident people do differently, not just on the surface, but in how they think, how they process situations, and how they talk to themselves when nobody's listening. And what he discovered is going to challenge everything you think you know about where confidence actually comes from. Let me paint a picture of where most of us get it wrong. We think confidence is this magical feeling that some people are born with, like they came out of the womb ready to give TED Talks and negotiate salaries. So we sit around waiting for this confidence fairy to sprinkle some magic dust on us, and meanwhile, we're passing up opportunities, staying quiet in meetings, and settling for less because we don't feel ready yet. But here's what Kent figured out that changed his entire life. Confidence isn't a feeling you wait for, it's a skill you practice. It's like learning to drive. You don't feel confident behind the wheel until after you've done it a bunch of times, not before. The breakthrough moment for Kent came when he realized that confident people he admired weren't fearless, they just had different mental programming. Think about it like this. If your brain is like a computer, most of us are running confidence software from 1995, while confident people upgraded to the latest version. Kent started studying something called Neuro-Linguistic Programming, which sounds super fancy, but is basically the science of how your thoughts create your reality. And what he discovered is that confident people aren't born different, they just think different. Here's where it gets really interesting, and this is going to mess with your head a little bit. Kent discovered that most of our lack of confidence comes from what he calls internal programming that we picked up as kids without even realizing it. Maybe you had a teacher who made you feel stupid, or parents who meant well but always focused on what you did wrong instead of what you did right. Or you got laughed at when you tried something new, and your brain decided, never again. These experiences create what Kent calls limiting beliefs. Basically internal rules about what you can and can't do, what you deserve and don't deserve, what's possible for someone like you. But here's the part that's going to blow your mind. Those beliefs aren't facts. They're just old programs running in the background of your mind. Kent teaches that you can actually reprogram your brain for confidence the same way you'd update an app on your phone. It takes work, sure, but it's totally doable. He went from being someone who couldn't order pizza over the phone without rehearsing the conversation 5 times to becoming one of the most sought-after NLP trainers in the country. And he did it using specific techniques that anyone can learn. Hey, if you're getting value from these summaries and want to help us keep going, you can support us in a few simple ways. Subscribe, join as a member, or grab the book using our affiliate link below. And if you're feeling generous, you can even leave a tip via the thanks button available on the video. Every bit helps us bring more content like this your way. Now, let me tell you about the confidence technique that completely changed how I think about scary situations. Kent calls it the confident state anchor, and is based on this wild idea that you can literally train your body to feel confident on command. Here's how it works. Think about a time when you felt absolutely unstoppable. Maybe you nailed a presentation, won a game, had an amazing conversation, or just felt completely in your element. Now here's the key part. Kent teaches you to create a physical trigger, like pressing your thumb and finger together while you're reliving that confident moment in vivid detail. Do this enough times, and your brain creates a neural pathway that connects that physical action with that confident feeling. So the next time you're walking into a scary situation, you can literally trigger confidence by pressing your thumb and finger together. It sounds too simple to work, but the science behind it is legit.
But confidence isn't just about feeling good. It's about how you show up in the world.
Kent breaks down what he calls the confidence blueprint, the specific behaviors and mindsets that confident people use without even thinking about it. For example, confident people make decisions faster because they trust themselves to handle whatever happens. They ask for what they want because they believe they deserve good things. They bounce back from rejection quicker because they don't take it personally. Most importantly, they're comfortable with being uncomfortable because they know that's where growth happens. One of the concepts that really stuck with me is what Kent calls expanding your comfort zone. Most of us think about our comfort zone like it's this fixed thing. There's stuff we can do and stuff we can't do, and that's just how it is. But Kent shows that your comfort zone is actually more like a muscle that gets stronger the more you exercise it. Every time you do something that scares you and survive it, you're literally expanding what feels comfortable to you. It's like leveling up in a video game. Each challenge you complete makes the next level feel more manageable. The practical side of Kent's approach is what makes this book so valuable. He doesn't just tell you to think positive and hope for the best. Instead, he gives you specific mental exercises that rewire your brain for confidence. There's visualization techniques where you mentally rehearse success scenarios until they feel familiar. There's reframing exercises where you learn to find the opportunity in every setback. There's anchoring techniques where you can access confident states whenever you need them. It's like having a toolkit for your mind. But here's what I love most about Kent's approach. He's honest about the fact that building confidence is an ongoing process, not a destination you reach once and then you're done forever. Even the most confident people have moments of doubt. They just don't let those moments define them or stop them from moving forward. Kent teaches that confidence is like physical fitness. You can't work out once and be in shape forever. You have to keep showing up and doing the work. One of the most powerful concepts in the book is about changing your internal dialogue. Kent points out that most of us have this running commentary in our heads that sounds like our worst critic, constantly pointing out everything that could go wrong or everything we're doing poorly. But confident people have trained themselves to be their own best cheerleader instead of their own worst enemy. They've learned to catch negative self-talk in real time and replace it with something more empowering. Instead of, "I'm going to mess this up," they think, "I'm learning and growing." Instead of, "I don't belong here," they think, "I have something valuable to contribute." The transformation Kent describes isn't just about feeling better about yourself. It's about completely changing what becomes possible in your life. When you're confident, you apply for jobs you might not be 100% qualified for because you trust yourself to figure it out. You start conversations with interesting people because you're curious about them instead of worried about what they think of you. You take creative risks because you're excited about what might happen instead of terrified of what might go wrong. You stop waiting for permission to pursue your dreams because you realize that nobody else is going to give it to you anyway. What really gets me about Kent's story is how he transformed not just his own life, but the lives of thousands of other people who felt stuck in the same patterns he did. Through his training programs and this book, he's shown that confidence really is learnable. It's not about being perfect or never feeling scared. It's about developing the mental tools to handle whatever life throws at you with grace and determination. The truth is, you probably have more going for you than you realize, but if you don't feel confident, it doesn't matter how talented or capable you actually are. Confidence is the bridge between who you are and who you could become, between what you want and what you're willing to go after. And the beautiful thing about Kent's approach is that it puts the power completely in your hands. You don't have to wait for someone else to believe in you or for circumstances to be perfect. You can start building unstoppable confidence right now, from the inside out, one thought and one action at a time. Because the person you're meant to become is waiting on the other side of your comfort zone, and confidence is what's going to get you there.